Hello and welcome. Welcome to Dmitry the Coach's weekly talk. I'm Dmitry. So, we are talking about shattered promises and false values. Well, some time ago, I was chatting with someone who was on 2,500 different dating sites. So, I asked, "Why are you on all these dating sites?" She says, "Because I want to get married." So, I asked, "Why do you want to get married?" All of a sudden, she got mad at me for asking the question. Apparently, the answer was self evident to her. So she saved herself some time and sent me a link to some article on the website explaining the reasons why people get married. Why did she get mad? I have no idea. I'm not here to psychoanalyze anyone. I can say, however, the reason people are triggered has something to do with values. It can be a conflict between values that the person finds important, and when those values are not being honored. And where do those values come from? That's what we are going to talk about today. But first, so you're not led astray by wrong values, make sure you like and subscribe. Like on Facebook or on YouTube, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dmitry the Coach, and also to my mailing list. So do it now. I'll wait. And now let's talk about values. Uh, from a young age, we are told that we should follow a certain path. For example, go to school, get a good job, get married, have kids, buy a house in the suburbs, save money for retirement. Well, maybe then die with a happy smile on your face, surrounded by a loving family. So, if we do as we are told, we'll be loved, respected, be pillars of the community, whatever. That's another set of values that we are given. And what if we don't follow them? We'll be poor, homeless, despised, end up in jail, or worse. So, follow those values or else. What's the bottom line here? If we accept those values, we'll be allowed to feel good about ourselves. And if we don't, we'll feel bad about ourselves. Uh, but who has the right to decide how we should feel about ourselves? Well, we are getting brainwashed. Schools, family, and others attempt to erase our true selves, create a clean slate, and indoctrinate us. So it's like a drill sergeant who wants to break you down first and then pull the pieces back together according to his own vision. So it's like a contract being shoved down our throats. Comply, and you'll be judged worthy of feeling good about yourself and have a life in which you accomplish things from the list of values you're given. And you'll be happy and fulfilled, of course. So people comply. They end up winning approval from their parents, friends, employers, and everyone else. Do they become happy in the process? Perhaps some do, but not everyone. Why are there so many unhappy people? People in midlife crisis, disappointed in life, divorced, and realizing they married the wrong person in the first place because their parents and friends told them it's the next thing to do to get married, hating their jobs because they were led to believe they should choose a career based on a promise of job security instead of true calling. Some parents tell their kids, go to college, become an accountant or a lawyer or an engineer, so you'll always have food on the table. You want to be an artist? Fine. Just get a real profession first and do whatever you want after that. They'll say, my mission as a parent will be accomplished at that point. That doesn't work that way. By the time of graduation, the victim of that advice will be too far on the path of a safe but boring career, unfulfilled but with a nice house and a brand new car in the garage. Childhood dreams gone. Here is another one. Do whatever XYZ to make your parents happy. Otherwise, you'll disappoint them. And why are you obligated to make your parents happy at the expense of your own happiness? How many lives do you have to live? And again, you didn't sign an agreement with your parents when you were being conceived that you'll be born to make them happy. So all those values are being forced upon us before we have the ability to make a conscious choice. You may say, oh, I personally believe in some of those values in my heart of hearts. And that's fine. The question is, how did you acquire those values? How freely did you choose them? Do you hold on to them because you think otherwise something bad will happen, including you liking yourself a little less? Well, here are some of the values and beliefs that can lead people away from living happy and fulfilling lives. Let's start. For example, you must work hard, no pain, no gain. How true is that? Do you really have to work hard to deserve good things, or perhaps you can work smart? Or another one, it's kind of a linked value to the first one. You deserve good things if you worked hard for them. Well, nobody guarantees good things if you work hard for something. If anything, it just creates a sense of entitlement that's not always justified. Or another one I have already mentioned, make your parents proud, and also don't disappoint your parents. So again, it's not your obligation to make your parents proud. You have only one life to live. Here's a good one. You've invested so much time and money in your career that you don't like anymore, the career. So don't change it because all that prior effort will go to waste. There are all sorts of variations of this type of argument. It's called the sunk cost effect. It's both a psychological trap and a logical fallacy. Just because something happened in the past, it doesn't mean that you have to continue. It's like throwing good money after the bad. See, another one, success equals money. So again, there are many other ways of measuring success, not necessarily just with money. Somebody may say to you, you don't like your job, your boss, your lifestyle, anything else. Well, welcome to reality. You're not alone. Others have it even worse. Well, that's irrelevant. Another one, you need that expensive car, fancy watch, and clothes because they are a reflection and a measure of your success in life. Well, is this your true measure of success in life? A fancy watch? Another one, money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, it's another variation of work hard. Oh, another one from a different category. Um, be nice, put your interests last, because that's what being considerate means. Another variation: be nice, kind of harmless and agreeable, please others, and the world will pay you back in the same coin. Figuring out and fulfilling your needs without you even having to make them known. That doesn't work. If you don't take care of yourself, who will? And there are some cliches like teamwork, or stepping out of your comfort zone. Why do you need to step out of your comfort zone? Sometimes you do to get somewhere, but to step out as the goal, it just doesn't make sense to me, because sometimes your comfort zone is comfortable. So with that, let's get serious about values, because values form the foundation of who we are. If the values we live by are not truly ours, how can we build successful and fulfilling lives and achieve our full potential on such a shaky foundation? Earlier I mentioned that nobody has the right to tell you how you should feel about yourself. It's your choice, no matter what your teachers and parents made you believe. If you ever decided to work with a coach, sorting through your values would become key to moving forward. That would involve prioritizing your true values that you freely pick and that serve you well. Well, here is an example of such values in no particular order. Know that there are many possible ways to express those values in your life. For example, accomplishment and achievement, many ways to accomplish that. Fun and adventure, they are important in life and they are a major value. Freedom and autonomy also creativity, family, honesty and integrity, intimacy, recognition and respect. And or another one, self-expression and self-realization, also many ways to honor this value. And last but not least, security. A lot can be said about security. It often turns out to be the deepest value at the root of others. Also, people often don't realize that what they really seek is security. And coaching helps them get to the bottom of this and remove the superficial layers, such as mindless pursuit of money or clinging to unfulfilling relationships. There are ways to achieve security other than hoarding things or staying with the wrong person. Some values can come into conflict and need to be prioritized. Sometimes you can be stuck picking the ones you want. And when that happens, chances are it's because you're torn between your true values and the values that you believe you should have based on your self image. Yeah, that's another thing to sort out, often with a coach. So I'll end this talk today with a important method that will help you go through your values and figuring out which ones are yours and which ones are not truly yours. So, in the privacy of your own home, ask yourself, why do you follow a particular value? If your answer is because something bad will happen otherwise, for example, you'll end up jobless, hungry, homeless, lonely, etc., chances are it's a so-called fear-based value that was imposed on you. Well, you may say to me, what if, for example, I value professional accomplishment and intimacy? Well, if those are your true values, your answer to the question why you chose them will sound more like, because I'm fulfilled, happy, and my life has a meaning when this value is being honored, as opposed to I'll be jobless, lonely, and miserable. That's a huge difference. And with that, let's wrap up this talk. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share. Yes, if you like this video, please spread the word and share it with your friends, family, bosses, colleagues, and anyone you think may be interested and benefit from this information. So thank you for watching and listening. This was Dmitry, Dmitry the coach, and I'll see you next week.